Refocus. Practice mindfulness to reclaim your power of focus. The reason you're feeling stuck, powerless, weak, and confused is because your focus is going to where it shouldn't go. Remember where your focus goes. Energy flows. Whatever you focus on grows. So, if you focus on things that upset you, make you feel small, make you feel weak, or otherwise make you feel flawed, you end up amplifying your negative emotions and judgments. Be careful where you invest focus. This is why it's really important to practice mindfulness. Here are some techniques that have helped me tremendously throughout the years. There's no particular order to these. Just try them all out at once, including the thought-watching technique I described previously. Pick the most effective one and stick to it. Counting your breath. The most basic way to practice mindfulness is to simply count your breath. You just need to close your eyes, find yourself in a quiet room, and just count your breath. Count the breath coming in and coming out. Eventually, you should focus your attention on the part of your nostrils that the air is coming out of. That's all you should notice. You stop focusing on the appearance of things around you. You stop paying attention to the sounds around you. You just focus on the air slowly coming in and out of your nose. This heightens your focus and awareness. A lot of people think that when they slow their minds down to a standstill that they're eventually going to fall asleep. Well, if you feel sleepy, you're doing it wrong. Believe it or not, when you're counting your breath or practicing any kind of mindfulness exercise, you're actually super aware. It's kind of like drinking 5 cups of coffee for your brain, but without the frantic nervousness. Breathe, hold, breathe. This mindfulness technique was originally formulated for U.S. Navy SEALs looking to relax during highly sensitive combat missions. If you are a SEAL team member, a lot of lives are depending on how well you do your job. It goes without saying that these guys have a lot of pressure on them. Talk about a stressful job. The breathe, hold, breathe technique enables Navy SEALs to quickly relax right before they make a very important action. Maybe they're going into a firefight. Perhaps they're about to go into the water and dive for an extended period, or possibly they're going to be doing something very sensitive involving explosives. Whatever the case may be, they need to relax so they can focus right here, right now. Most importantly, they need to relax ASAP. Breathe, hold, breathe delivers instant peace of mind guaranteed. How does it work? Breathe slowly and deeply out. Hold 4 to 8 seconds and then slowly breathe back in and hold for 4 to 8 seconds and repeat this process several times. With enough slow repetition, you feel really, really relaxed and, most importantly, you feel focused. All distractions leave you. The best part to all of this is that you can do this very quickly, and it doesn't take much time. Usually for most people, it takes anywhere from 3 to 6 repetitions to get relaxed enough so they can do what they need to do. Secular Transcendental Meditation. Transcendental meditation is somewhat controversial in some circles. A lot of people have second thoughts about this particular type of mindfulness practice. It really is too bad because transcendental meditation is one of the most powerful meditation techniques you can ever adopt if you're looking to let go of painful past memories or useless present worries or otherwise are seeking a deep reservoir of inner peace. The confusion arises from transcendental meditation's use of mantras. Mantras, after all, have historically been used by Buddhists and Hindus as part of their meditation practice. This raises a red flag to a lot of people who are looking for a mindfulness technique that is completely secular and non-religious. Well, a lot of people overlook the fact that transcendental meditation is all about using nonsense words as mantras. This is the key. In fact, if you study transcendental meditation, its teachers actively discourage people from using words that have meaning as their mantra. The whole point of transcendental meditation is for your mind to destroy thoughts. You're so focused on the present moment that you cannot even form thoughts. That's how powerful and relaxing transcendental meditation can be. By definition, it is secular, but people miss the memo on that once they hear the word mantra. All sorts of mystical imagery comes to their minds. It really is too bad because, like I said, transcendental meditation is one of the most powerful mindfulness practices out there. Here's how it works. Find a quiet room that you will not be disturbed in. Reserve that room for at least 15 minutes. Find a comfortable place to sit, and just sit. No need to assume the lotus position. No need to take a pose like some sort of Buddhist or Hindu mystic. There's no need to do that. You're not practicing yoga. You're just relaxing. Sit normally. Once you've done that, close your eyes and follow the instructions for counting your breath. You have to enter that deep level of relaxation. Once you get to that point, the next time you breathe in, say a word that doesn't have any meaning to you. You can say shoosh or something like that. It has to be a word that has absolutely no meaning. After you've done that, hold your breath for a half second so you can focus on the word that you just said and then breathe out and say the word again. Eventually, you will hit a pattern where you are paying attention to your repetitions of the mantra. If you keep this up long enough, you reach a point where you're not developing thoughts. The moment a thought starts to form, it gets destroyed by your mantra. If you keep this up long enough over an extended period of time in many practice sessions, you feel a deep, deep sense of peace and inner harmony. There's nothing to be afraid of. There's no future to worry about. All you have is the present moment. Embrace the moment. Regardless of the meditation technique or mindfulness practice you adopt, make sure they all lead to the same place. Make sure they all enable you to embrace the moment. Rediscover the eternal now. The key here is to occupy the space around you with your presence. I'm not talking about your physical presence. I'm talking about your mental presence. This is how your awareness can help you achieve greater levels of peace, serenity, and calm. When you're in this space, you appreciate it for its emptiness. You don't have to be anybody. You don't have to go anywhere. That's right. No one to be, nowhere to go. When you're able to wrap your mind around these concepts, you don't feel left behind. You don't feel like you're missing out on something. Instead, you feel complete. Operate out of freedom. If you practice the techniques above correctly and you went through the steps outlined in this training, you will learn to operate out of your mental free space. This is a tremendous process for letting go unnecessary stress and drama from your life. You no longer look at your thoughts as something you deal with, or you no longer look at your goals as something to do. Instead, you stop compartmentalizing your life and you realize that every single moment is a gift. It's an opportunity. It ties you into the eternal now, which is full of potential.